apart from your FMCG experience, you had a great experience working with Mr. Vijay Mallya in the UB group. So that was a different ballgame put together. I just want to learn from you that being into the beer brand or into the alcohol, light alcohol, what you can call it, what was that ball game? Because that time UB group was massive. एक्विजिशन करना उन्होंने सिखाया इंडिया को. एक्चुअली एक्विजिशन होता क्या है और बड़े लेवल के एक्विजिशन किसको बोलते हैं. हैविंग ए विजन टू बीइंग बिग, मिस्टर मालिया ने सिखाया. एक्सपांशन इन डिफरेंट सेगमेंट और सेक्टर्स उन्होंने ही दिया है इंडिया को सबसे पहले. So how was your experience into entering into that group? And you also headed that Formula One, which was in India that time. It was the first, and you also headed that, and you also made a disruption over there. So can you please tell us something your experience with that UB group?
Sure. It was I spent 8 years in all with the UB group.
Great.
The first 3 years were with United Breweries, which is the beer company. We, at that time, there was a lot of pressure. That journey was about holding on to your market share despite the entry of foreign players like Carlsberg and Budweiser.
Yes,
and
that
so on
time
and
they
so
were
forth.
entering.
And they
True.
were this thing,
True.
right?
Huge advertisement and huge thing. They were spending huge money.
Absolutely. So that was a big challenge. So for us, we needed to innovate and think differently. And one of the things that we did, which lives on, is to launch Kingfisher Ultra. So whilst there was Kingfisher Premium, but we realized that with Carlsberg, Budweiser, and others coming in, right, they could potentially be seen as more premium.
Okay.
Right, just because they're foreign.
Okay.
And that is why Kingfisher Ultra, which was a different recipe.
So that was a premium. Ultra was premium.
Ultra was even more premium than Kingfisher Premium.
Okay.
Okay.
So premium became normal and ultra became premium.
Correct. Well, in a way, yes.
Okay.
Different bottles, and which obviously meant we had to spend a lot of money, because in this business, these bottles circulate back, right?
Yes, recycling.
There's recycling. But on the other hand, if you launch a new bottle, it takes time for it to come back.
True.
So which means you're just putting out new bottles at far higher cost, perhaps double the cost.
So that time also you had those cans and all, or you launched it?
Yes. No, they were cans.
Okay.
And so, but then, the Kingfisher Ultra was imagined very, very differently, and to create a completely different experience. Right.
Okay.
That was my last launch at United Breweries before I moved to the airline and to the Force India Formula One team.
So before Force India, you were into airline?
No, both happened simultaneously.
Okay.
It was a dual role.
Okay.
So I spent the first 3 years at United Breweries. I was heading marketing.
Okay.
And then after that, I moved to the airline.
So Mr. Mallya was your boss?
Yes, at the airline, and while I was at the airline and Force India, which these two ran concurrently, Mr. Mallya was my boss. Yes, that's right.